Start your engines. Here we go. The second semi-final. Kickoff works out there for Scoot. Selenia should have this. It's all covered. On target. Save there by Blazin. Now Scoot down this right-hand wing. An opportunity opening up for UBOT. Off to the side. Wizards have this covered. Selenia has this covered. Tim comes in for reinforcement. Scooter's going to meet this and save that ball. Wizards on offense nice and early. 30 seconds in. Tim shuts down that corridor play coming in from Scooter. Scooter doesn't get around Selenia. Selenia off the backboard. Goes up in the air and he's in! Selenia strikes for the Wizards. The first goal for the Wizards in this final series, and Selenia's first goal in the final series. 40 seconds into the match. Wizards strike first blood. Blazin wins the kickoff. Scooter cheats. No one's there, and Scooter's in. A great response from UBOT to be right back in this match. Tie it all back up. A good dead ball there and a great cheat from Scooter to strike on that open net. Tim could not get back in time. Plenty of Rocket League to be played. The Wizards finished in second and UBOT finished in third. For anyone who's just joining the season now, I know our frequent flyers would be well aware of where these teams finished and how they went the last time they faced off in round 3. Tim's up in the air, off the wall, hits the crossbar, Selenia lurking, Scooter's at net, oh he gets under Scooter, and Selenia with his second goal off of his captain's play. Didn't rush it, remained calm and composed and got it underneath the flying Scoot. I can't say Big Scoot on debut anymore, but I could say he's on debut. This is his first ever finals series. A cheat again from Scoot, but it's shut down by Tim that time. The Wizards not letting that go any further. Play slowed down. Tim's over Blazin. Selenia follows up. Scooter holding net. Shot from Selenia. Shut down by Scooter. We're approaching 90 seconds into game 1. The Wizards have the advantage 2-1. As Scooter demos Tim there. Takes him out of the play for a brief moment. Now he's back in. Captain Tim pops it up. Blazin shuts it down. Over 90 seconds in, Wizards have had 60% of the ball and spent 60% of this game so far attacking. As Tim and Selenia move this ball forward. Blazin missed the connection there. So did Selenia. That could have been deadly for UBOT. Scooter down the wing. Looking dangerous for the Wizards. Scooter sees his opportunity and gets it. He strikes. Getting his second goal in this final series. And the second goal for UBOT in game 1. 2 goals all. 3 minutes left on the clock. Could go either way at this stage from what we're seeing. Tim's bumped there by Scooter on his way out. Blazin moves this down the left-hand wing. Missed the follow-up connection. Selenia with a touch forward. A touch from Scoot's entry and follows this up in the air. Looks to center it. It's a good spot, but Tim's not able to get there in time. Blazin cleared that. Follows this down the right-hand side of field. Centering there. Scooter's retreated. Selenia with an interference there, just a slow play down. Let his team recover. Blazin's over, but that's hit the side. Selenia clears this. UBOT could have taken the lead there. Opportunity gone missing. Centered ball. Blazin doesn't push, he just waits. Calm and composed. Blazin's had experience in ATL finals before, back in 2023. So it'll be interesting to see if that comes out to help him in this match against the Wizards, who, along with Scooter, this is their first finals match in ATL Rocket League. As now the Wizards look to take it down this right-hand wing. Scooter's lurking, Tim backs off. Slow entry here from UBOT. Selenia sends it right back from where it came from. Selenia off the backboards. Goes straight into Scoot's lap there. Passes it to Blazin with some pace. Shut down by Selenia. He's doing well here to interfere. Tim now We've seen when Tim injects himself into the game and makes some big plays, things start to go in the favour of the Shadow Wizards. Credit to UBOT, they've done well to shut that down so far in this game. It's blazing past it to Scoot, opportunity here. Respawn just in time there, Selenia. Meets it on the wall as well for a good clearance back to half field as Blazing catches this. Looks to take on Tim. Tim wins the 50 with a minute left on the clock. Tim now with possession. Gave it to Scoot. Scoot takes it down the left-hand side of field facing Wizard net. Contest there between Selenia and Scooter. Now Tim clears this right down that wing. Slowed it down there. Blazing comes in, interferes. A demo and Blazing from Selenia. Scooter saw his opportunity but chose not to push. Gets around Tim. Selenia. He's not there. An open net. Oh, an interference from Tim there. Saves it with less than 30 seconds on the clock. 2 goals all. Nothing separating these two teams. Scooter tried to go for a wall pinch, but that failed miserably. The pressure could build here. It's cleared now by UBOT. Gives them some breathing space. Scooter pushes up. That's looking deadly. Off the backboard, Tim. It looked like he thought that was in. And we may just be going to overtime here. Blazing missed the connection. UBOT usually keep it up. Overtime to kickstart this semi-final match. This is with the advantage on the kickoff, so let me move that forward. Tim lurking at half field. We know how dangerous this man can be when he's fired up in a match, Tim. Oh, there he is! Tim just lurking at half field, waiting for his opportunity. Selenia pushed that forward. The captain saw it and strikes, making it awkward for Scoot to try and save that. And the Shadow Wizards claim victory in Game 1 to kickstart their semi-finals campaign. Here we go. Game 2. Wizards 1 game up in the series. Selenia wins the kickoff there. Scoot interferes. Tim leaves the scene now. He should be first banned to this ball. Slowing it down. Challenge Blazing. Won the challenge, but he's bumped by the opposing captain. Now Tim launches this right back down that right-hand wing facing UBOT net. Scoot doesn't get around Tim. Blazing now comes in. It's his turn. Selenia with a touch. Getting it over Blazing. Just locking it in this right-hand corner, the Wizards. And there's a good clearance for UBOT. Gives them a bit of breathing space off target. Gives time for Tim to get his boost. Blazing looked like he tried to catch it there, at least slow it down. Didn't work out as Selenia came in. Now Tim meets it up in the air. This is looking deadly. Good interference there from Blazing. You can't let those go in from Tim. We've seen how deadly the captain of the Wizards can be when they go in. Oh, what a save from Selenia! That was looking dangerous from Scooter. Veered over to the side. Pushed over to the side with a pinch there. UBOT on the offense now. Scooter shut down by Tim. Cleared. Blazing sends it right back to Scoot. Scoot's well off there. Well off to the left facing Wizard net. And now the Wizards get a clearance here. Tim sees his opportunity. Puts a shot on, but it's saved here by Scooter. A calm save. Not clearing that and giving away possession. Pops it up into the air. Didn't work out too well there for UBOT. It was looking promising at the start. Now the ball back in UBOT territory. Oh my god, Selenia was almost in. Scooter with a last second save on the line. Now Blazing with possession at half field. Tim with a shot on net, and that'll go in. Scooter won't make it in time. A minute 55 into Game 2, and the Wizards strike first blood. The captain for the Wizards strikes first blood this time round. In Game 2. Ball possession, UBOT have had 65% of the ball, and both teams have spent 50% of this game so far attacking. Scoot just keeping this ball in Wizard half. Blazing pushing up. There's an open net there, and he takes it. No one at net for the Wizards. And Blazing will happily take that point. Well, not sure what happened there, but a point is a point. And in a match like this, points are important. It's all tied up with 2 minutes 45 left on the clock. Another shot from Blazing, shut down there by Selenia. UBOT could have had the lead there. Can the Wizards hold on here? Will their defense hold on? No, it won't as Blazing strikes for his second goal and for UBOT's second goal. After Scooter set it up, Blazing took his opportunity and comes out with the chocolates. 2 goals won. UBOT with a 1-goal advantage. 2 minutes 35 left on the clock. Selenia just winning the kickoff there. Blazing will be first man to that ball as Tim retreats to look after net. Bumps Blazing in the process. Blazing recovers well. Centers for Scooter. The Wizards are over this. That's on target. Selenia's in for the Wizards. 2 goals all. 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. Look at that teamwork there. Selenia just first man before Tim and Scooter. No one there for UBOT at net. Selenia gets it over. Scooter, the last line of defense for Underbots there. Big kickoff win there for Tim. Tim follows this. That should be in. It is. Tim gets his second goal in game 2. And the Wizards take the lead back. 3 goals to a 1-goal advantage. The captain's stepping up when he needs to. We've seen so far, with the Busters, both the captains stepped up when they needed to. And we're seeing even at the early stages of this game, the captains are stepping up when they need to. Crucial assets to teams. As UBOT, although Blazing's tag does say that, someone apparently reported UBOT wasn't happy with it. Scooter now with possession, takes it up the wall. He's going to meet this in the air. This is looking deadly. The aerial bombardment shut down by Tim. Now here's an opportunity for Selenia. There's an open net. He should be on target here. He won't get it. It hits the side post. We've seen a lot of those tonight. That could have been a very healthy advantage in a match like this for the Wizards. They're still up 3-2. But a 2-goal advantage would have given them a bit of breathing space. Lucky for UBOT there. It hit the side post as Selenia's over Scooter. That looks on target. Is it going to bounce in? It does. Selenia with his second goal. And to extend that Shadow Wizards lead by 2. 4 goals to a minute 15 left on the clock. There's still enough time for UBOT to come back here. And if they are to do that, they need to be the next team that scores to give themselves enough time to get another goal and tie it up, as well as take the pressure off. That's a good shot from Blazing, saved there by Selenia. Tim demos Blazing, I believe, there on his way through, but Blazing's back and sends it right back where it came from with a minute left on the clock. UBOT are on the charge here. Tim slows it down and shuts the play down. Works out there for the Wizards as Selenia clears it. Could be in for his hat-trick. Nah, Tim will get his hat-trick. What a team play from the Wizards to extend their lead by 3 goals. The pass from Selenia to his captain. What a play. What game sense to identify that he was there. No doubt communication was a crucial factor in that play as well. Tim with his 3rd goal, his hat-trick following that, and the 5th goal for the Wizards in game 2. The clock ticks down. UBOT, the pressure is on. Scoots in though. Scoots in for UBOT. The pull is back. They trail by 2 goals with 35 seconds left on the clock. It's a good follow-up from Scooter. You can't rule UBOT out of it just yet. They get a cheeky kickoff goal here, which could be. Blazing was bumped by Selenia at Tim. Clears this to the side of field with 30 seconds left. UBOT, they've got to get in the next 10 seconds here if they want to keep their hopes alive in game 2. Otherwise, the Wizards will be up 2-0. And for UBOT to win, they will have to reverse sweep. Oh, there we go. They're in. That demo really helped them there. Was that Scooter that demoed him? No, I think it was Blazing that demoed Tim. And Scooter went in for the shot on the open net. 5 goals for, 12 seconds left. UBOT are right back in this game. Oh, this is looking deadly. UBOT could be in. Scooter's in, and it's all tied back up with 10 seconds left on the clock. Can you believe it? And that's Scooter's hat-trick in game 2. The Wizards had such a healthy lead there, and credit to UBOT. They've done really well to pull this back. 5 goals all, 10 seconds left on the clock. Someone needs to score a goal, or we're going to overtime again. This is looking dangerous. Is anyone there for the Wizards? Blazing's off target, but the double touch doesn't make it. Oh, Scoot gets in. He keeps it alive, and UBOT win. Game 2. They avoided overtime, 6 goals, 5. It looked like that first one from Blazing was going to make it, but Scoot in good positioning for UBOT to claim victory in game 2. Here we go, game 3. 1 game each. Whoops. Looks like we had a little bit of a problem there, but we should be okay now. Solenia clears this down the right-hand wing. Early stages, Wizards are straight on the offense. Now Blazing with possession, straight back where it came from. Looking dangerous. Scooter's off target there. Solenia comes in to shut down that deadly movement. Blazing gets around Solenia. Doesn't get around Tim though. Wins the contest there. Scooter completely whiffs. Tim sets it up off the crossbar. Is he there to strike? He is. He follows up on his own play. And the Wizards strike first blood 32 seconds into game 3. The Wizards were all over that. They wanted that point and they got it. Pulled apart UBOT's defense there in that play, but UBOT have won the kickoff here. Blazing follows up. Misses the connection off the wall there. Now Tim looks to clear this. Scooter meets Tim. Neutral contest there. Blazing's whiffed again. Solenia's up. Doesn't go for the shot. Looks to center this off the backboard. Tim's lurking. Blazing should be first. He is. That's a good interference from the captain of UBOT. We're 1 minute into game 3. Wizards 60% of the ball and 60% of the time in offense so far. Another shot shut down. They're slowly pulling apart this UBOT defense. How long can UBOT hold their wall up for? Put back into the corner by Tim. Solenia looks to pinch this. Pinch doesn't work out maybe as intended. Scooter gets it over Solenia. Tim's holding net. He clears this. Blazing should have this covered. Tim first, man. That's a good setup for Solenia. Solenia's hit the side post again. We have certainly seen a few of those here tonight in the semi-finals. We're approaching 2 minutes into game 3. Wizards had the ball where they want it. Shot on and it's in. Captain Tim. This could be worrying signs for UBOT. When Tim starts stepping up in these big moments, we've seen throughout the round robin stage, the Wizards have caused absolute chaos. That brings Solenia into the game, and some of the plays they've cooked up have been deadly. But we know UBOT are very capable of going head-to-head with the Wizards. We've seen it as Blazing's up, off the backboard, double touch gone missing. Scooter lurking at half field. Tim wins the contest. Could potentially go for a hat-trick here. Scooter interferes. Solenia comes in, centering ball. Should be cleared here by Blazing, and it is in his possession. Good 50 there. Works out in the favor of the Wizards. Blazing interferes just to be a pain. Trying to shut down the Wizards' movement there. Scooter centered for Blazing. Blazing's in to stop the bleeding. UBOT are on the board with 2 minutes 37 left on the clock. Scooter sets up his captain, as no Wizard can be at net to save that one. Wow, quite the arm wrestle we're seeing between these two teams. Second v third. Solenia with an interference. Blazing moving this forward ever so slightly. Tim wins the contest there with Scooter lurking up. UBOTs, they both bump into each other. UBOT, Scooter's up. Cleared here by Blazing down the left-hand wing. Meets this. Shut down by Tim. What a save. Scooter's up. This could be dangerous. Solenia's there to save it. Refusing to concede a goal. Now they go on the offense. Tim's lurking. Takes a shot and he's in. Okay, clearly we're having some server health issues here. That's a first for this season. But that ball is in net. 3 goals to 1. 2 minutes, 2 seconds left on the clock. It does look like we're having some server issues here, so let's hope this holds off, and we're okay for the rest of this match. Scoot tries to go for a war pinch. Cleared to the side by Selenia. Blazing now moving this forward, keeping it in the corner at least, keeping it in UBOT possession. Shut down by Selenia again. Centered here. There could be an opportunity brewing for UBOT. Tim waits. Tim doesn't get there. He can't save it. The Scooter strikes. 3 goals, 2. UBOT trail by 1 goal. That's Scooter's first goal in game 3. 1:41 left on the clock. Ball possession is now equal, 50% for each team. Wizards have spent 55% of the game in offense. Although, UBOT looking dangerous and they're in! Scooter goes back to back and ties it up. 3 goals all with 93 seconds left on the clock. Just a bit awkward there for Tim and couldn't stop it. Usually he has those ones covered, but maybe it's the pressure of the semi-finals getting to the captain. Kickoff worked out there for UBOT. Tim now moving this forward. Slowed down by Scooter. Blazing over Tim. Selenia lurking. Moves this forward. Tim's in a great spot, but Scooter will get around Tim. Oh, he'll get around it completely. No, he won't. Tim refusing to concede another goal there. 70 seconds left. 3-3. Tim, oh, he just snuck in. Snuck in for possession and for the goal. The Wizards will take that. Looked like Scooter was bumped there. Not sure if that was by a teammate or Selenia or a Wizard. But the Wizards have the advantage by 1 goal. 4 goals, 3. 1:09 left on the clock. That's a good kickoff win for UBOT. That's looking dangerous. Blazin should get this. He's off target though. That was a good opportunity for UBOT. Scoot should be in. He is. Made it awkward for Selenia. Hit the top of Selenia's car and he tried to flip it away. Just wrong positioning there for the Wizards. And now UBOT tie this all up with 58 seconds left on the clock. This has been quite the back and forth match between these two teams. Blazin comes in as brute force to clear this ball. Looking dangerous. That's gone to the left side of field by Tim. Blazin now clears this right back in the Wizard half. Follows up on this. Shut down by Selenia. Scooter lurking at half field. Selenia misconnection there. Tim looking after net. Does well. Blazin gets around Selenia. Blazin flipped himself out there with 30 seconds left. The Wizards are moving this ball forward, at least trying to. Selenia off target to the left side of field. Now Scooter with possession. Shut down by Selenia. Good follow-up there from the Wizards. Just to shut down a deadly play, but this is looking dangerous. Oh, Blazin pops it over Scooter. They could have won the game there. Tim moving this ball forward. Scooter forces that ball to the ground and we go to an overtime. Second overtime in this very match. Dead ball. Tim should be in and around. Oh, it's hit the side post. Again. Oh, we've seen a lot of those tonight. Tim up in the air. Gets around Blazin. Off the backboard is Selenia. There he is and the Wizards will take it. 20 seconds into overtime. Tim took the game on, put the pressure on UBOT, sucked them out of defense and left the net open for Selenia to strike and claim victory. 5 goals for 20 seconds into overtime. Wizards in this match, at least. When it goes to overtime, they've won both of them. So that would be comforting if it happens again, especially if they're trying to seal it out here in game 4 to win 3-1. If it goes to an overtime. Oh, Tim's flipped himself out there. That's lucky though. Scooter demos Selenia. Tim's up in the air. He's been bumped by Scooter though, which absolutely messes with what he was doing. Blazing now with possession. Takes it up the wall, meets in the air, got a pass to Scoot, shut down by Tim. Scooter will keep this ball in Wizard territory and near the net. Now Blazing coming in, met by Selenia. Tim now clears this to the left side of field. Just saw a little bit of lag. Hopefully we're not having any server issues here. Approaching 1 minute into game 4. Underbots have had 60% of the ball and spent 70% of the first minute attacking. And that should be in. It is. 1-0, 63 seconds in. I did see a little bit of a lag spike there, so hopefully this doesn't carry on. Bit rough that the servers are a bit bumpy. Anyway, here we go. UBOT win the kickoff there. Tim now trying to slow it down, calm and composed. Bumps Scooter. Blazing clears this right back where it came from. Tim should have... Oh, he's lost possession here as Blazing comes in, but Selenia's looking after net for the Wizards. Now Scooter takes it up the wall into the air. He's probably trying to get a little bit too fancy in an important match like this. The Wizards were very comfortable to shut that one down, and Selenia shuts that down too. But, I mean, if it works, right? If it works, it works. What am I talking about? Tim now with possession. Oh, he's demoed! As the ball's on the right-hand side of field facing Wizard net. Selenia just trying to slow it down. Tim's respawned. Scooter should get this one in, and he does. 2-0. Just under 2 minutes into game 4. Blazing just bumped him out of the way there. Left the net wide open for Scooter to strike. And now we reset. Scooter wins the kickoff, but Tim's there on the right-hand side of field and moves this forward. Shut down by Blazing. Tim back in possession here. Meets it in the air. Doesn't get around Scooter, saves that. Blazing missed the connection. Selenia passed back to Tim. Maybe it was unintentional, but either way it works for them. Tim clears this down the left-hand side of field. Follows up on the play. Blazing waiting. Gets the touch he's been looking for. Moves it back down right where it came from. An opportunity opening up for UBOT here. Opportunity gone missing. We're in the second half. I can see it's getting a bit laggy here at times. It's looking a bit buggy on our screen here. Selenia clears this right to where Scoot respawned. Tim meets it in the air, but it hits Blazing. Selenia just keeping this ball in a deadly spot. Now UBOT are on the offense here. 3 minutes into the game. UBOT 55% of the ball and 60% of the game in offense. Tim shut down there by Blazing. An opportunity here for the Wizards. Selenia missed the connection. Oh, they've got an opportunity, but well shut down there by Blazing, keeping it in this right-hand side. Scooter moves it down the right-hand wing now. Completely missed connection there, which gives the Wizards an opportunity here to move this ball forward as they do. Selenia's around Blazing. Scooter gets the connection. Sends it right back down the passage that it came from. A lot of bumping. It's been a little bit of a scrappier game here in game 4. UBOT have the advantage. Wizards trail by 2. Just over a minute left on the clock. Wizards definitely need to be the next team on the scoreboard if they are to keep themselves in this match. With a minute left on the clock, Selenia's demoed by Scooter on that left-hand side of field. Blazing now with possession. Wins the contest. Scooter moving this ball forward. Selenia shuts it down. Both teams are loving this side of the field when it comes to offense. Selenia veers off to the side there. Blazing takes this up the wall. Wins the contest with Selenia. 30 seconds on the clock. Wizards, that pressure would be building. They need to get on the board in this entry if they have to keep themselves in this match. Scooter interferes. They've still got the ball where they want it. Can Tim get in? No, that's not going to work out for them. That could be game there. I think we're going to be going to a game 5. 10 seconds left on the clock. 2-0 in favour of UBOT. Tim meets this up in the air. Doesn't get the shot in. It's saved by Blazin, and that will be game, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be kept up. UBOT hungry for a third goal. Wizards just happy to see that ball touch the ground, if not get a goal on the board themselves. As Solenia goes for it and keeps it up. Shot on target. Saved by Scooter. They're keeping this ball alive. And there you go. The ball touches the ground. UBOT victorious in Game 4 to keep this series alive. The final match of the series and the final match of the night. What is going on? Yep. Okay, sweet. It's just on my end. Beautiful. Blazin missed the connection here. There's an opportunity for Wizards. Scoot with possession. Shut down by Tim. Solenia off the backboard. He's flipped himself out there. Opportunity gone missing for the Wizards. Tim takes this in the end. He's shut down by Blazin. Solenia just off there. Hits the side. And clears across to the opposite side of the field as Tim pushes in. That's off the backboard. Scooter should have this. He does. He clears that. Gave up possession in the process. Blazin clears this deep in the Wizard half. As we approach the minute mark, that's dangerous. Is anyone there? No, no one's there for UBOT. Scoot is, but he didn't want to strike. Now he will and gets the goal. 52 seconds in the game 5. 1-0. 4 minutes 8 left on the clock. Scooter strikes first blood. Hopefully the settings are okay there. Kickoff works out there for UBOT as they have possession now. Tim's at net. Scooter takes this up into the air. Saved there by Solenia. Tim now taking it up into the air himself. An aerial bombardment potentially coming in, and it's in! The captain strikes for the Wizards to tie it all back up. We're only a minute 8 into game 5. 2-2 on the series scoreboard, 1-1 in game 5. As we've just passed the minute in, Wizards, they win the kickoff there. UBOT should have possession. It's a good contest by Solenia, cleared by Scooter. Tim lurking for his opportunity, pops this up, shut down there by both UBOTs. Solenia lurking, gets a connection. We're 90 seconds in the game 5. Underbots have had 53% ball possession, and Wizards have spent 70% of this game in offense so far. Scoreboard sees us at 1-1. Tim with a shot on goal. Oh, it's in! Scooter's completely whiffed. From our angle, it looked like Scooter had that all covered. And a good shot at 99 k's an hour from Tim in that left-hand top corner. Wizards take the lead for the first time in game 5. 2-1. 3 minutes 18 left on the clock. And that was Tim's second goal. Blazin met by Solenia. Now Scooter looking for an opportunity. Takes a shot. Saved by Tim. Solenia pushes up on Blazin. Blazin gets around Solenia. Tim meets this up in the air. Scooter's lurking for his possession. Gets it. Pops it up and now follows this up into the air. He could be on. That's an opportunity not gone missing this time. As Scooter strikes on net and ties it all back up. 2 goals each. 2 minutes 54 left on the clock. And that was Scooter's second goal in game 5. As we reset, nothing separating these two. Quite the arm wrestle. 2 game wins each. 2 goals each in game 5. It could go either way. This could go right down to the nail, and that should be on target. It is. Tim won't get back in time, and Blazin takes the lead back for UBOT, getting his first goal in game 5. 3 goals, 2 with 2 minutes 39 left on the clock. UBOT stepping up. You can see how much both these teams want to make their first championship. As UBOT win the kickoff there. Tim shuts down that movement. That entry coming in from Blazing. Scooter uses the wall to help out. Tim with a good touch there. That'll be off target and Blazing should have possession. He does. Slows it down a bit. Tim takes it back. Pops it over Blaze. Oh, Scooter demos Tim. Eliminate him out of the play. Now Blazing. Taking it down this left-hand wing. 2 minutes left on the clock, just over 2 minutes. 3 goals, 2. Opportunity here for the Wizards. Selenia won't get there in time. UBOT will recover. Blazing gets a touch in. Centered. No, shut down again by Blazing. Tim's come in now. Shut down by Scooter. Scooter down the corridor, but Tim has this covered. Blazing following up on that right-hand wing. Looking for goal number 4. Oh, no. Unlucky for the Wizards there. The pressure building. An own goal coming in. It went off Tim. Oh, I smacked into Tim's bonnet and went in. 4 goals, 2. A minute 40 left on the clock. UBOT with a 2-goal advantage. Tim now looking for his opportunities. Scoot gets the touch. Get it out of danger. Blazing demos Tim. Selenia comes in. Moving this ball forward. Scooter clears this to the left-hand side of field and takes it down the wing, but it's shut down by Tim. Now what will the captain do? He gets around Blazing and Selenia there. No, Scooter is. Makes this awkward for the Wizards. An open net. Blazing completely whiffs. Opportunity gone missing. The Wizards need to be the next team on the board here. Scooter has an opportunity, but it's shut down by Selenia. With a minute left on the clock, UBOT. They're only a minute away from making a championship. The Wizards, they're less than a minute away to pull this back and try and steal that spot in the championship. Scooter's completely whiffed there, but Blazing has this under control. Gets this in deep into Wizard half. Missed the follow-up connection there. Tim trying to interfere here. Blazing pass back to Scooter. Selenia with an interference. 30 seconds left on the clock. This is looking rough for the Wizards. They may not make the championship. They need to get a goal in this entry if they can. Otherwise, it might be a bit too late. If UBOT get this in, that'll be them in the championship. But Scooter's completely missed that. I don't know if there'll be enough time for the Wizards. There's an opportunity that's opened up where they could get a kickoff goal. But no, that'll be shut down. Tim centering, shut down by Blazing. UBOT have made the championship and will face off against the Ballbusters next week with their victory in Game 5, 4 goals to 2. So that means UBOT progress through to versus the Ballbusters next Friday in the championship, and the Wizards will go head-to-head with the Winged Furies in the Bronze Decider, where they will battle it out for 3rd place. Wow, what an epic night of Rocket League.